Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online, the SLOTRO 2 edition. This is Gnomadan here. Say hello to everyone, Gnomadan.
Ha-ha!
Good boy. When last we left off, we were dealing with Trumeric and Ella and Ted here. And we had decided we had put in a bug report for someone to come and take a look at Mr. Trumeric floating off that log there. I think floating off that barrel, I think he may be a little bit too full of hot air. He might need some of his hot air released. And we had decided that next we were going to head over to the old forest. Let's turn on our hunter running speed, so we can run a little bit faster than any of our current magic items give us. The novice's mark or the harbinger's cloak. None of them will run us as fast as this will, as the hunter speed will at the moment. What does it give us? It gives us a plus 15 out of combat run speed. So not as fast as a horse, but a heck of a lot faster than any of our other characters traveled at 15. Traveled at level 15. And we were going to come and go and work on the new trouble in the old forest. We have the talk to Gilliman Brandybuck in the old forest. We're running that quest from Mr. Tolley over here. Let's see what further thing he's got.
Is there something I can do for you?
Yep, please talk to Gilly Brandybuck for me. That we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and head through the hay gate into the old forest. And then let's look at the request here, because it's been a little while. All the things you've gathered for me are useless, rotten and ruined. Something queer is going on. What with the animals all upset and the farmers seeming, well, more awake than usual. There's a wise old hobbit, a forester, who often camps a ways into the old forest. Look for him beyond old Muddyfoot's hill, which you can find southeast of the bonfire glade. Maybe Gilly knows what's going on. I'd appreciate it if you talk to him. Gilliman Brandybuck, that's his name. I'm worried we have to burn part of the forest when it got too uppity years back. But that is far worse than it was before. If the Bounders had to start another fire, they might destroy the whole forest, and then where would we be? So we're looking for Gilliman Brandybuck, or Gilly as he calls him. And he is going to be the bonfire glade and southeast of it. So that's why we couldn't find old Muddyfoot's hill to start with when we were looking for it last time. It's because we were turning and looking down there at the paths and openings. Am I even close to being in? Requires Prospector's Tool, Journeyman, and we're not Journeyman yet. Because, yep, I've been looking at that I need to work on these. Skills a bit more. Now, it's going to be southeast of the bonfire glade. So we were looking southeast of Bald Hill, and that's not where it is. It's down this way, so maybe we'll see it this time. We'll come across old Muddyfoot's hill. Yep, I think I see it through all the haze and the fog there. There it is, looming up out of the darkness. Muddyfoot's hill, so we'll come on up on it. And I'm sure it will be added to our places here. Ooh, there's a corpse right over there, isn't there? Well, that is Muddyfoot's hill. I know it is. So why isn't it registering for us? Anyway, we need to head probably this way and see. Boy, that's a lot of bark shredders there. My God. All the other stuff that they've done to simplify and make the old forest easier, they certainly didn't get around to changing that. That is just as overabundant in bears there as it ever was. I'm actually happy to see it. Well, let's see. Are we heading anywhere close to southeast? No, because we're going east. Let's get past the oak roots that should be attacking old Muddyfoot. That's old Muddyfoot's hill? Where? Oh, y'all are really behind on that one. I know that's not Muddyfoot's hill there. Muddyfoot's was back over that way. It's not this one, is it? This is Muddyfoot's? Pull the map up. What was that? That was Bonfire Glade. They're calling this Muddyfoot's Hill, huh? Alright. Did it give me credit for finding Muddyfoot's Hill? Race and Social. It should be Eriador. Breland. The Old Forest. Bald Hill. Bonfire Glade. Oh, Muddyfoot's Hill isn't one of those. Oh, okay. I thought Muddyfoot's Hill was one of the ones that we had to find on a thingy, but apparently it's not. Let's see if we can get past these mothers. Get past all these mothers here and the weavers to be. So he wants us to go. If that's Muddyfoot's Hill, he said southeast of it. Hey, that's just gonna... There's Gilman? That's not very southeast. That's more like east-southeast. Never mind. That's what I've said before about directions. Sometimes directions aren't quite what they seem to be in this game. But hey, at least we have the Old Forest. At least we have the Old Forest to blame for it this time, right? Right. Hello, Gilliman. You look almost like a bounder. Ah, so Toby Brockhouse sent you. Good. I've discovered something very odd happening here in the Old Forest, and you may be able to help. I found a strange glade to the southeast infested with monstrous spiders. I've never seen the like before. Almost makes me believe those stories about old Mad Baggins down Hobbiton way. They made me drop my pack. Even that is not the worst of it yet. I saw a tree walking about, covered in scars and looking like every leaf had fallen off like it was in the dead of winter. Now I see some strange things, being here in the Old Forest, but I've never seen a tree like this moving through the wood, killing every manner of life in its path. I tell you, if it were the old man Willow himself come to stalk the Old Forest, he would not be so cruel. Something has the forest in a dire state.
Please, stay a moment.
There we've got Haunted Forest. You are one for a good tale, I see. Well then, a good tale I shall tell, I hope. The tree did not look alive, rotten to the core, I think, and seeking only vengeance. Mayhaps it was one of the tinders of the past, spooked by some feeling of dread that washed over it or some such. I know only that it lay beyond the spiders that took my pack. It was foul and terrible to see, a great blight in the forest. If something in these woods has stirred them to something greater than mischief, I would first look there. You would need to cross the river here and search within the hollow where the spiders make their nest. That was the last place that I saw the tree. So discover the source of the forest unrest. And this is the last one in the chain because it gives us an actual bunch of items to choose from. Did I not choose it? Oh, here we go. A matron in the hollow. One thing I know about spiders is that they typically move in broods. At the head of the brood, you're likely to find a queen, a female that cares for, watches over, and commands the lesser spiders. I gather that there is a brood matron in that hollow, though I'm not certain where, as I did not see her. Be wary, and if you do find her, let me know, and I will see that you are rewarded. The hollow is just beyond the river to the south. You will know it by the webs hanging from the trees. So defeat Lebranil. That's a level 16. Getting a bunch of level 16s here. Evil on 8 legs.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Before you go, well now, as I said before, I think that nest of spiders I've found has something to do with all the queerness stirred up in the forest. But there are too many spiders for me to deal with myself, and the bounders will only come with fire and axes. If you make your way into the heart of the nest to find the tree, maybe you can clear out some of the spiders and collect my pack. That spider nest is south across the willow glade. I was only able to make it to the outskirts of the nesting ground before the spiders chased me away. I dropped my pack just within the bounds of the hollow, and would have gone back if I had not taken such a nasty spill. Ah, coffee. Defeat spiders in the southwest Old Forest, 12 of them, and collect the Forester's Pack, another level 16. All right. So we've got quite a bit to do here.
Just a moment.
I'd wager that spider nest has become a suitable home for the frightening tree. You might want to take some friends and have a look. Ooh, is that one actually... That one actually a... No, it's a solo. Okay. I'd still like to take some friends, probably.
Hello.
That spider nest is likely watched over by a potent matron. I've seen that type of thing before. It does not mean it's happened again, but you never know.
Hello.
I'd wager that spider's nest has something to do with what's got the forest all stirred up. You might want to take some friends and have a look. It looks like those used to be fellowship quests and might still ought to be like fellowship or small fellowship quests, but we will see. Anywho, let's take a quick look here. Have we got any that are still level 15? Yes, we do. A dwarf-made blade, where we got to go and talk to the Smiths of Bree. That's our lowest, actually. That's actually a low level below us. And we have forest bats, forest bears, and forest wolves. Those can all be done in the forest here. Isn't that a surprise? So why don't we start working our way back to Bree? And while we do that, we're going to see if we can kill some bats, bears, and wolves here in the forest. I think that is a most useful occupation that we could do. We just need to get past these, let's see, get the sentinel there. Oh, are you going to count? Yes, you will. You will count as forest bears. Very good. And let's use our focus since I'm trying to use it more. There we go. Boom! Defeat bears in the old forest. Alright, so I'm going to be taking on the forest, the bears. I'm going to be taking on these wolves here, and we'll be taking on any bats we can find too. Alright, so they don't actually attack you. They're aggressive. They're not neutral, but they're not aggro. They're more like they're more defensive. If you stay in their range too long, they attack you. Alright, good to know. So you can run through bears. Now these, on the other hand, the forest hunters, they are definitely aggro. You get too close to them and boom, they're on your case. We've still got a lot of focus built up. Let's hit it with a penetrating. Let's slap it with a barrage. I'm glad someone told me about the red line here where you can actually fire and shoot at the same time. Thank you so much for that. Although it did get rid of... It got rid of one of my things that I liked. I don't remember which one. Got rid of one of the abilities I like to do. Anyway, we're going to keep fighting on here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take on the bears, take on the wolves, and find some more bats up toward the bonfire glade. And once we get close or through with that, I will see y'all, and we will make our way back outside of the old forest. And we didn't have to go far at all to find a bat, did we? There you go, and I've defeated a bat too. So we got bears, bats, and wolves all up here again. So back to the slaying. Pinning shot. That was the name of the one I used to do. Pinning shot. But we have found a flower, so we're going to make our way over here to it. This is Cordorfineth's flower. I am going to pull up the map right quick, show you. Hit the wrong button. Pull up the map right quick and show y'all where I found it. You see right there on the map. Alright, everybody get a good look? Okay, good. So we're going to come up. This is the flowers of the old forest. An unearthly white flower gently glowing from within. The forest leaves nearby seem to whisper an ancient name as you approach. Cordorfineth. New deed, flowers of the old forest. That's one we really need to get finished up on Narwhal too. Old tales tell of 8 Entwives who passed from the south into the old forest, never to be seen again. Could they be true? You discovered Cordophaneth's flower, said to be one of the 8 Entwives' sisters. Among her kin, she held most dear her affection for all living things. It was this affection that she lent the old forest when she passed into its depths long ago, that all manner of living things might find shelter within its bounds. The flower you have found marks the place where she entered the forest, and she has not been seen since. Alas, the old forest has oft been harmed by men or intruded upon by darker powers, and so it is said that her heart lies muted, and she sleeps more deeply than her sisters. Perhaps she is awaiting the day when this world might become a place of lighter moods, and the love of life is not so easily betrayed by axe or fire. All right. See, old days we'd have had to fight this warped oak over here to get to her. And all these creeping oak roots as well, because these things were all aggro. These things would aggro the heck out of you, both of these warped oaks. Now, you know, unfortunately, they've taken all the aggro off of them. So, yeah, I don't like that. I do not like that. Probably if nothing else, the change that I care the least about of all the changes they made to the old forest is that the trees no longer aggro, and the trees should definitely aggro on you. Alright, we've gotten that out of the way, so I'm gonna go after this forest hunter up here now, and we'll take it out. And once again, unless we find another flower, and I do know where one is, we will continue our battle here. We picked up and managed to kill all the ones we did. You see our 3 check marks up there. The bears took us the longest time because we had to travel basically straight south from the bonfire glade here. Seemed to be a good place to find bears. But the majority of them were cubs. It was like, of the 12 we killed, probably 8 of them were bark shredder cubs. So, kind of gave me the feeling of being Anakin walking in and killing all the younglings. It's like, exactly why am I killing all these little cubs again? I'm not quite understanding this, but okay. And we've got one more flower. Let's see if we can collect that flower up here. I know that there's one more of the forest flowers right up here, up this little path. There should be a little alcove off to the right. That's a cocoon. That's not the one I'm looking for. This is not the flower you're looking for. We might have to take out this forest hunter here, because I think he is right in our way, and there's no real other way of getting around him. Well, let's take him out right quick, and then we will go and pull the... go and examine the flower. Good. I said it's just up this path. There's a little alcove over to the right. Thinking right up here, perhaps. Let's see. Can I just run past you? Yes, I can. I can run past you just like I can run past the roots here now. Running past the roots disturbs me as much as... oh, maybe it was back there on that other one. Yep, because see, this is one of the exits out. I think we must have passed it. It is a little alcove. It'd be on our left now, a little inlet. That. Past the mother again. Nice to know that I don't have to kill y'all. Other than the quest. Now that the quest to kill a whole bunch of y'all is out of the way, I never have to bother you and all your children again, hopefully. Case of the bounders getting way too paranoid about you, I believe. Is this the one? Is it up in here? There. Maybe the dire glade? That's got the cocoon. There it is, way back in the back. Roston's flower. Okay, so we will have to get rid of one of the gloom wings in order to do... Ooh, gonna have to get rid of a couple of the gloom wings in order to do this. Okay, well... Let's take you on, I think, first. Let's put down a trap as well. Focus up. And I know I'm gonna pull both of y'all, probably. Hello? Yeah, come on. Right there. There we go. And let's take you on. Looks like the trap did all the work of killing them. Nice. Alright, Roston's flower. Gives the same thing about the white flower? Yes, seemed to approach an ancient voice. Ancient name. There we go. Let's see. We still got that quest. You have found the flower of Roston. It is believed that she was once an Entwife who stood with vigilance over her gardens. None could approach without her knowledge, and those with evil intent would feel her gaze upon them and flee. She passed into the old forest many long years ago and became part of the forest, granting her keen senses to the trees and creatures herein, that evil might not approach unseen. For those were dark days, and few places remained that were untouched by the power of Sauron. The flowers are said to mark the place where she disappeared into the forest, and seems to have been tended by someone. I wonder who they might have been tended by. I would imagine by the same person that probably put them here, you know? Old Tom Bombadil himself, I'm sure, is the one who is doing the tending of the flowers. Now, let's go back out here to the little path. As I said, you can go either way. To the left leads to the High Hay. To the right leads out to Breland. And over to the East Road. And we are going to take the one to the High Hay, because I believe the guy we need to talk to is right just on the other side. Should be these three dudes right over here, right? Yes, indeed it is. Berengal High Knoll. He's the one with our forest wolves. Wolves in the old forest have always been something of a threat to foresters and woodsmen, but they've recently become more dangerous and aggressive. We don't want them coming into Buckland, so it would be best to hunt them down in the old forest itself.
Hello.
I look forward to not hearing howls in the night. Thank you, Gnomadan. Okay. Now, Hodrick. The bats of the old forest have been a minor annoyance in the past, but of late they have grown very aggressive and even dangerous. They could become a plague in Buckland, so we need to reduce their numbers before that happens.
Can't a body be left alone?
Well done. Here's your fee. Embrumbald. The bears of the old forest have always been dangerous, but in the past they were not very aggressive and could be avoided. They can still be. Now they're roaming all over the place and may even come out of the forest to threaten Buckland if they aren't stopped. Boy, talk about...
What do you need?
Getting a bit of mass hysteria here, just because the wolves, the bats, the trees, the spiders, the roots, and every other animal living or rooted, walking or rooted is aggressive. They think the bears must be too. Looks like you've been busy in these woods. Well, a promise is a promise, and you've earned this well. Sounds like all three of them were kind of not really prepared to pay the fee. They all seem to be a little bit
Might I have a word with you?
a little bit upset about having to actually pay me my fees. Forest spiders. Giant spiders are a menace to everyone, but they have until now recently been only a few in the old forest. Now their webs can be found in many places, and we are worried that they may soon spread to endanger everyone. And yes, there's a tunnel in the high hay. All right, 24 spiders. Well, I'm glad I grabbed that one before I went spider hunting, because that is indeed a large number of spiders, and we will probably be killing about that many whenever we go see Evil on 8 Legs and the Matron in the Hollow and the Source of the Evil down there when we go track down the tree. So there you are. That is where we're going to stop it. Next time we are going to go and talk to the Smiths of Bree. So let me go ahead and add that to the tracker, so that we will know that the level 14 one, what about the flow of goods? That's the one collecting the stolen goods, isn't it? Yes, we'll go and get that one too. Let's add that to the tracker. So those two are the ones we will do next time. We will be leaving Buckland for a little while. So, no need to sit and think about it. I hope y'all have enjoyed it. It's nice to be playing around with hobbits and playing around in the old forest again, hunting down these flowers. I know off the top of my head where one more is, so I may try and grab that one on the way to going down and finding all these spiders and all. But first, we are going to be back out in the land of sunshine and everything over that way along the Great East Road, hunting for these supplies and talking to the Smiths of Bree. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming along, and Gnomadan thanks you too. Bye-bye.